Hi everyone, it's Crystal Neat, your intuitive tarot reader, and I am here with your daily reading for June 12th, 2019. And in this reading, I'll be picking up on the overall energy for everyone watching. So today we have the Six of Wands upright, the Knight of Swords upright, and we also have the Five of Coins upright. So a very unique energy. So I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm feeling like this is more of like the beginning, middle, and end of the day. Like I feel like this is the beginning, this is the middle, and this is the end of the day. I think it will play out differently for every person, but I'll explain. So the first card is the Six of Wands, and this is a temporary victory. Okay, and the thing about the Six of Wands is that the card before it is the Five of Wands, which is this energy of really petty drama and, people saying things that aren't necessarily true, entertaining it, arguing back and forth. It's like conflict that can definitely be avoided. Okay. Now, the card afterwards, of course, is the Six of Wands, which is this card of a victory. It's like after this fight, after you stand up for yourself or make the right decision or whatever it may be, you have the Six of Wands, which is a victory being granted. Now, also, how I can explain this is that I think that with victory and with acknowledgement and with, moving higher up, quote unquote, in life, or when victories come, or like when more finances come in, you ever hear people say like more money, more problems and things like that, but the Six of Wands is saying enjoy the moment of the things that you've worked hard for and the victories that you have been able to bring in. Okay, because if you can focus on the things that keep you passionate and not look at the dollar sign. This is an example of maybe a person who loves music, and maybe they work for tips, and today they really enjoy the music and they really enjoy what they're doing, but the money doesn't necessarily reflect. That doesn't mean that it has to throw off your energy or the love of what you do. Sometimes, once again, what the earth can show you or what money shows you might be different from the actual feeling associated with what it is that you love. Just like how some people work jobs that they really love and it brings a lot of victory, but it doesn't pay them necessarily what they want. Now, granted, of course, we live in a world to where we have to make money in order to live and prosper. But today is one of those days where you just want to focus on what it is that you love, what it is that makes you feel alive. Okay. And by focusing on that positive energy, you'll bring more victories in today. So that's always really great, because the Six of Wands is saying a victory is coming in this morning for you. So be looking for it. Be very optimistic. It's always a very positive card, but just know, enjoy the moment. As you know, after a victory comes, you have to keep it going. You start a business, you might have a bad day or whatever, but you have to keep going. This is saying don't worry about tomorrow, just live for today, enjoy the moment. So yes, I'll move on to the next card, which is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is very aggressive with how he speaks. Over the top, you say something to him, he is snapping quickly with a very smart, witty remark. So watch it, because this is where I think the energy kind of can go one way or the other in the middle of your day. Speak your truth, but I would not entertain people who are miserable, people who want to get a reaction out of you, people who, want to tell you something negative and they're so quick to say it versus something positive. Like, some days we can be more there for our friends who, might not have the most positive thing to say most of the time when we talk to them. But today is a day where you kind of want to avoid that, because you might say the wrong thing. They might say the wrong thing, and that's not what you want. So the Knight of Swords is asking us to watch our words, watch what you say, and watch who you say it to. You never know, it can come back around the opposite way that you wanted it to work, or whatever. So the nights are extreme. I would say use this in a positive way, of maybe singing a lot today, or writing a lot today, or saying what needs to be said, but it's probably going to come off a lot harsher than what you actually mean, or vice versa. You might have people talk to you, and normally they're very sweet and caring, and today is just straight to the point. Now, I do like the Knight of Swords when it comes to intelligence and being very sharp. Your mind should be pretty sharp today. All the little wires should be clicking in your mind today. So that's always really good when the Knight of Swords is here. This is also Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. Okay, so we all know how that can be. Now you don't have to be that zodiac sign, of course, to feel this, but it is this energy of this person who is in their mid-20s, late teens, something like that. So as some of us are that age now, and if you're older, you know how it was. I'm sure your way of speaking has changed since then. So we might be quicker to be a bit more petty, to entertain more drama. I just say watch it. Okay, the reason why I say watch it is because the last card that we have is the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins deals with feelings of abandonment, financial debt, poverty, all of those types of things. So it's in one sense, if you're having a very positive, prosperous financial day, show extra gratitude because someone else is suffering. This would even be an energy to, if you're finding that you're having a hard time today, is because you are literally outcasting yourself from the victories that other people are capitalizing off of. If you have this energy of misery and financial debt and feelings of being left out in the cold, and all my air signs, be careful, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now I am being specific to sun signs now, or if your moon or rising is there, because you might be more prone to this energy today. Not saying that we all won't feel it, but they'll probably feel it more. And possibly the earth signs, the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Because, the Five of Coins is not an energy anybody wants to be in. The Five of Coins is normally two people who are living in poverty. And on top of that, dealing with health issues and, kind of left out in the cold, underdog type of energy. So if you notice, the Knight of Swords is facing the Six of Wands with his back turned to the Five of Coins. So I'm not saying, leave them out in the cold, miserable people who are miserable, let them be miserable. But if you notice that those people are trying to fight with you or trying to come for you, yes, of course, focus on the victory. Focus, like they say, when people go low, you go high. This can be hard sometimes because sometimes you have to call situations out, and sometimes people have to be exposed. And it's not that you are wanting to entertain them necessarily or get into drama, but it is that truth has to be spoken. If you know someone is a scam artist, or if you know someone is, under a false identity, that's why we have Kelly Blue Book and different agencies that have literally came out to let you know when companies are fraudulent or when things are not like how they are trying to portray them to be. So in one sense, it's hard because I feel like you do have to speak truth and you do have to let things out. And sometimes it won't be positive. But still, regardless, after it's spoken, you don't have to go low. You can still go high. I feel like you can speak your truth today, but don't go low. Don't find yourself, going low with people who are low vibrational. Find yourself going with the higher road. So like I was saying, this Knight of Swords is focused on the victory and focused on the win. It doesn't matter. This will be a perfect lineup for someone who is in school, or, start or in a business, or looking for a new job. Don't focus on the job opportunities that are not coming through and the money that you're losing. Focus on the new opportunities that are being presented to you today. Because even though this energy is very, very different, it's letting us know, if we get too caught up in this earthly experience today and forget that we are spiritual soul beings having a human experience, shout out to Gregory Scott, you will get caught up in earth and gossip and BS and things that don't really matter, when you really want to focus on the sole purpose of ultimately enlightening. You see how it's fire in this card. Light it up, spread your light. That smile that you give to somebody who's miserable and homeless and going through a lot, or you don't know, they could be the richest person in the world and feel completely broken and poor because their health is depreciating, or they're dealing with a family member who's sick, or they're going through a loss, or whatever. That smile, that light, that victory that you show, that light will outshine their darkness, and it will show them that it's still light at the end of the tunnel. You're not left out of society. You have a full opportunity to snap out of it today and look forward towards your victories. Okay. Just watch your patience and watch your words today, because it can make you, the Knight of Swords can make you sharp. I mean, it can make you very witty and sharp and knowing how to just answer questions very quickly. But it can also cause you to say the wrong thing. Okay. So with that being said, you all, really what I'm feeling overall, if you ever need to get a private reading with me, you can always do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. Besides that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.